Sorry, Jacenius.
But let's say
Is it Jacenius? Is it Jacenius? Which one
I'm
is
doing
it?
Strong's and also Brown's Driver Briggs. But let's say hypothetically that's correct.
Okay.
Let's say hypothetically.
So now we move on.
Hypothetically, if that definition is correct, that means it has to come from
If we
Islam.
keep moving on, you will see why we insist that this refers to a prophet.
Okay, we'll move to the next one.
Yeah.
The next point.
Okay.
Right? So we've done a prophet like Moses. We've both given our opinion. We've
Yes.
done in your midst.
Yes.
We've both given our opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one.
Next one is.
Let me just pull it up again. The next one is from your brethren. Yeah?
Okay.
Of thy brethren.
Yes. So you see, we of thy brethren. Okay. Now, brethren here can mean Israelites, no doubt. Number one. Okay. I believe 100% brethren can mean Israelites, and predominantly in the Bible it means the Israelites. I'm being more honest than you probably expect, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you would expect any worse from me, because we've never had interaction before, right?
Yeah.
So I like to be as upright as possible
Great.
in these discussions.
Okay,
well. Right.
Unless I'm really pressed.
But exceptionally, the term has been used for non-Israelites. Okay.
Yeah.
For Edomites, for example, who were Arabs, the same term in the Bible has been used for brethren.
Well, the word
right?
just means brother, so it can be used of any.
And this is where
Jacob and Esau were brothers.
Okay, this is where I take you back to the term qarib, okay, or qarib, which means people who are close, right? For example, I'll give you an example very quickly. In the Quran, we have a verse.
It doesn't mean that. We've gone to
No.
Wait,
let me quickly explain. Let me quickly explain why
I don't want to let you get away with saying it means something without getting.
But let me explain, and you can disagree with me. No problem. Okay. In the Quran, we have a verse where it talks about people who are to be revered or who are to be taken care of, or there's a hierarchy of respect and attention in the Quran. For example, let me finish my point, and you will see where I'm coming from. Okay. Semitic languages usually, when they have the same words differently pronounced in those three Semitic languages, they usually mean the same thing. Okay. They usually mean the same thing. Okay.
I disagree with that. I just want to go by the dictionary
Semitic languages, let me explain very quickly again. Semitic languages are very rich languages. A word can be used in different places or different contexts for different meanings, for example. Let me quickly give you an example here. In the Quran, this verse, it states, that you are to worship Allah, and then وَبِالْ وَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا وَالْيَتَامَ وَذِلْ قُرْبَى. Okay? Okay. But you have to be patient, because it's a discussion about languages, right? Dhil Qurba in Arabic can mean your close relatives or your relatives, generally, your relatives, right?
I'm not talking about Arabic.
Okay.
I'm talking about Hebrew.
Right.
The Hebrew word is clearly referring to your inward parts, the word in your midst.
Okay.
It's kereb in Hebrew, which means
you are insisting you are insisting that it means that. I am saying it has a wider meaning. I'm saying it has a wider meaning.
You've not shown me any
I will.
authority for
I
that.
will.
Okay. I want Hebrew.
Okay. Let me Google it. Can someone Google for me quickly the Hebrew word for relatives? Hebrew word for relatives. Okay, we will see. We will get to it right now. Okay. Let's establish this before we go. Hebrew word for relatives, and we will see. What is it? Can you see a transliteration?
No, not that I can see.
Go back up.
My English dictionary, try that.
Sorry? No, relatives, generally, not specifically, not mother or not father, relatives.
Relatives is going to be brethren again.
No, that's brothers. There is a specific word for that in Hebrew, akha, okay, which is very similar to the Arabic language. Akhi, akhun, okay. So
I just think, what's the dictionary definition? What's the dictionary say?
The problem is in dictionaries, when you go to dictionaries, what is the word? Qarab. There you go.
Where did you get that from?
Okay,
this is probably.
Wait, literally. Sorry. Yeah.
All the words in Hebrew
okay.
What's this website?
Kinsman, right? Yeah. Okay. Relative. Okay. No. Wait. Look, there was no plan. This is not a conspiracy. Yeah, it's a Jewish website.
That still
Okay.
doesn't mean anything.
Okay, I don't even know what that is. Okay.
Dictionary,
So this is clearly not a conspiracy.
I don't want to be rude, I just
This is
want
not.
a dictionary,
This
you
is
know?
okay. No. Pull that out again, please. Now you gave me a dictionary.
Yeah, I gave you a
Okay.
dictionary.
Okay.
yes.
I am giving you. This is
not a dictionary.
my claim. What was my claim? My claim was the term Qarib or Qarib or Qarib has wider meaning. You can't just put one meaning to it and say that's the only meaning this word has. Semitic languages do not work like that.
No,
this is what you have to
It does
understand.
have other meanings. Inward parts, your entrails.
But what about
you know.
relatives?
Is
that one of the meanings?
Dictionary. No, it's not a dictionary. Not
So
unless it's your brother.
you don't accept that? You
Yeah,
don't.
no, I don't accept that. Not
you-
unless it's
okay.
a dictionary.
Okay.
I want you to say
We'll leave it for the people now listening to
leave
us.
it to the people.
They need to go and do their research and see whether relatives is one of the meanings of Qarib.
And then we can
In
move
the
on to
Hebrew
the
language,
next
we can
part,
move
which
on to
is
the next part
brethren,
now.
right?
I've made my point that these terms, a lot of the words in Semitic languages have wider meanings. You can't just pin them down. You can't just pin them down and claim only one meaning. Okay. The meaning that may help you. Yeah.
I can do a speech as well.
Like-
do a speech as well.
No, I haven't done a speech.
Yeah, you were just talking to the camera.
Okay.
Right, so the word kerub can have many meanings. It can
Yes,
have,
thank you.
Meanings of inward parts, like your entrails, and
Absolutely,
things like that.
absolutely.
That's what
All the
that's
things you
the
read,
meaning.
yes.
So it's talking about in your midst, you know, within you. It
But
can mean within
is-
a group of people.
the question
or
is
within you,
one of the
within your
meanings
organs.
relatives?
That is no. The meaning is not relatives. No.
Okay, we will not move on until we establish this. We will not move on until we show our friend here that relatives is one of the meanings of Qarib in the Hebrew language. And if that's
And
the
I want
case,
a dictionary.
then
I
you
want
will
authoritative dictionary.
Okay, then will you admit that your
Yeah. Look,
your
if you can show
argument?
me from a dictionary.
Yeah. Okay. I'll have to find
I'm
something
open
very
to being
quickly.
wrong. I just want to be
No,
proved
because
wrong
these
correctly.
discussions are very important. There are people watching out there,
Yeah.
and they deserve the best knowledge that is
You can show
available
me
out there.
A Hebrew dictionary that can apply that word.
Okay, so
to-
can you give
to
me
parts,
that?
to relatives, then we can accept that.
Can you check Jacenius?
Who's that?
Jacenius was a Hebrew dictionary. Okay, Jacenius. Jacenius, Gesenis, I think, or Nius.
S.
Senius, I think so. That's Jacenius Hebrew Dictionary. Yeah, there you go, Hebrew grammar. Okay. I hope you can find the word Qarib.
Is that online or?
Okay. Or just put spelling Qarib. Hebrew. Okay.
I think it's going to take someone to work.
I'm claiming that one of the meanings of Qarib is relatives. Okay,
You've claimed
and
that.
and
You
if
said-
that's true,
I tell you
if
what.
that's true, your argument crumbles.
Okay,
Your
let's-
argument.
let's-
This is
let's
why we
just
move
say-
on to the next point.
Yeah, but let's just clarify. So if we,
And leave it- I
if
think
there
leave it
is a
to-
dictionary
yeah.
out there that says it, great, you've won your point. If there isn't, you've lost the
Okay,
point.
let's.
Okay?
Okay,
And if there
I'm so
isn't-
confident. I'm so
Yeah.
confident. I will let people do their research.
Okay, so would you be
Yeah.
so confident to say that if the word kereb does not mean relatives,
Yeah.
but it means in your midst or in your inner part?
No, those
then
those
if
are
that-
meanings.
Yeah,
Those
but if there is no other meaning than that, and your meaning is not
then
found,
my
would you
my
accept
my,
your
my
argument
then
falls
my
apart?
argument falls.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
All right, let's move on to brethren.
then I'm saying that meaning is there, and if it's there, then people can actually look at
Let
it.
them look at
Qarib, Qoreb.
And what's the name of the dictionary that you suggested?
I don't know what the meaning of Qarib is in Jacenius. I want to check what Jacenius says on this, right? But have you found any meaning of Qarib? If you put Qarib, for example, Qoreb,
Let the readers
meaning of Qarib.
Let the listeners do it. We'll move on. We'll move
Okay,
on to brethren.
because to find meanings of words
Because people
on
need
the
to do
on the-
research anyway,
yeah,
rather
absolutely.
than just listen to.
Now, next point is brethren. Okay, in the Hebrew language, what's the word there? I want you to read the word. And we're going to use the same method to reach the meaning of that particular word. Okay, brethren. What's the Hebrew word there for brethren? We're going on for, we're going on for too long to address a very simple and straightforward matter. But if we have to go through this exercise, no problem.
Okay, so now it's the word akh.
Akh. Okay, as I said to you earlier, That
Brother, definition brother,
same word in the Arabic language.
countryman.
Okay,
Yeah,
brother,
fellow
countryman.
countryman, which is why the NIV translated it fellow is right.
Okay, okay. And continue. What else?
It's got, you want me to read them all out?
Yeah, please.
Alike, another, brethren, brother, brother with his brothers, brothers, brotherhood, brothers, brothers, companions, countrymen, countrymen's, countrymen, fellow, fellow countrymen, fellow countrymen, fellows, kinsmen, kinsman, nephew, other, relative, relatives.
There you go. All these meanings, every single one of them supports my point. I'm saying, are the first question, are the Arabs directly related to the Israelites?
Ishmael was Isaac's brother.
Therefore,
and he was Jacob's uncle.
Therefore,
So he was a relative. Yeah, he was a relative,
okay,
a distant relative.
okay.
It was
Now,
actually, and I think as well, when you look in the context, you've got the 12 tribes. We have to also remember that a valid option
absolutely.
is that it's one of the 12
We're not
tribes
talking about them
which are
yet,
12
because
brothers.
my point is not about them. My point, I'm claiming
Yeah, so
that
your
brethren here refers to the Arabs. I'm claiming that.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
claiming. You're not accepting that,
Yeah.
right?
So,
You're saying
why do you say the Arabs? Where did you get the Arabs?
the children of Ishmael,
So what makes you think they're children of Ishmael?
the Arabs,
Yeah.
because Ishmael was in Paran. Paran is Arabia. According to the Bible, Paran is Arabia.
No, Paran. I don't think Paran is Arabia. I think.
I'll show
Paran-
it to you from the Bible.
Yeah, show me.
Okay?
Yeah, show me.
Okay. First, do you accept that Ishmael was in Paran?
I'd have to have a look, but
Genesis 21. Chapter
because
21.
I think there's a whole bunch of scholarship
Okay.
on whether or not the Ishmael. So whether
No,
or
no.
not
First,
the Arabs
let
are actually,
first let us
Ishmaelites.
establish. First, let us establish where Ishmael is.
There were lots of people. The Jews were in Paran, right? The Jews were in Paran. You had Christians in Paran. You had lots of people in Paran, right?
Okay.
It was so close to Africa.
I'm saying
You had people
Ishmael
from
was in
Egypt
Paran.
there, you had heaps of people there.
Okay, no problem. But we're talking about Arabs, right? Right?
Yeah, but what makes you think the Arabs, just because the Arabs are in Paran 600 years after Jesus, which is over 1,000 years after Ishmael.
Arabs
I mean,
were-
Ishmael is what?
Wait.
Ishmael is
Are you aware of
2,500 years before
Are you
Muhammad.
aware
How
of
can we say
Are
that
you
that's-
aware of archaeology of Arabia? Are you aware of it?
Not a lot, no.
Okay.
I know a little bit.
The
little
Arabs,
bits and pieces.
the Arabs are there on Babylonian inscriptions.
Okay, no, yeah, but
Okay,
no.
this
I
is we're
know a
talking
little
about
bit.
8th
I know a
century
little bit.
BC, before Christ.
Yeah, but the Babylonians actually refer to them as a mix of people, from my memory of my study.
Okay.
And that they
No,
weren't
no.
actually- it was a bit
Babylonians-
of a hodgepodge.
Okay, show
of
me.
things.
Show me
But
where the
look,
Babylonians are.
Honestly,
Okay.
I don't know off the top of my head. You'd have
What
to
we
prove
do
your,
have from
your
Babylonian
argument too.
inscriptions
Show me
and
your
Assyrian inscriptions that the Arabs were seen as bandits, right? Robbers,
Yeah.
people. Okay,
Well, hang on,
and
does it say Arabs?
it shows Arabs.
You'd have
It
to
shows
show me that.
inscriptions.
Yeah, but you'd have to
Okay.
show me where it uses the term
Google
Arabs.
Babylonian inscriptions of Arabs. I will see right now. You will see Arabs
Yeah, I want you to
sitting
prove
on
every
camels.
point. I'm not gonna give you
Okay,
an inch.
raiding. Okay, and all scholars are unanimous. This is a
I don't
depiction
think
of.
so. I've read arguments that there really was no certain. There is
Look,
that really Arabness from what I've read on
you
scholarship
have an
was
attitude.
created
You have an
after
attitude.
Islam began.
I can see you have an attitude that anything I may present, you will not accept it.
Well, I want
Okay.
you to prove it.
I will prove it. But
Yeah.
if I cannot prove something to you because you don't want to accept anything I'm trying to prove, how can I prove it?
Well, you would have to show me
Because
some evidence.
people out there, they have to have this attitude of acceptance that, okay, if something is making sense, it's reasonable, okay, let's
I
accept
just
it.
want some evidence of what you're
Yes,
saying. I don't want it
absolutely.
to just- I don't
I'm
want it to
saying
be
the
just
Arabs were
words.
there before Christ. 8, 7, I mean,
so
we
you
have...
can refer to the Arab. You can have inscriptions that refer to the Arabs
Okay.
as a people group, as a united people group,
Okay.
descended from Ishmael.
Okay, now let me
You've got
give you.
evidence of
Let's talk about the evidence. Let
Because
me
Ishmael is
give you the
thousands of
blow.
years
Let me give you the blow. You will not be able to respond to. Open the Bible, please.
Got my phone.
When was Isaiah revealed?
About 700 years before Christ.
Okay. When was I saying the Babylonian inscriptions come from? Assyrians, 8th century BC.
I think you were saying Babylonians, but
I
I think
said-
you meant Assyrian.
No, Assyrians and Babylonians.
Okay.
Yeah. 8th century BC. Assyrians. I'm talking about Assyrians. 8th century BC. And Isaiah was revealed
About 700.
same time,
BC, yeah.
approximately.
Yeah.
Book of Isaiah,
Yeah.
chapter 21. Verse 13.
And it says Arabs.
We will see. And
What-
read it loud,
what
please.
verse? Sorry.
Verse 13.
Let me read the chapter.
Isaiah 21, verse 13. 13.
Let's get them all together. Okay, so
Read it.
it
No,
says-
read it, read
I'll
it.
read it to you.
Yeah.
A prophecy against Arabia.
Thank you. Stop there now.
So
Isaiah
let's just
was
look at that
revealed.
word. Let's look at that word, Hebrew word. Arabia.
Okay, good. A prophecy about Arabia in the book of Isaiah, which was revealed in the 8th century BC sometime on the prophet Isaiah. Same time I'm talking about when the Assyrians had inscriptions about Arabs. Okay, my friend challenged me on that. I have given him evidence from the Bible that the Arabs are mentioned at that time in the Bible.
Okay, so the Arabs as a people I mentioned there in the Bible.
Thank you,
Okay.
thank you. So now you
where
accept.
are
Can you
they-
accept?
where
Can you
are they
before we
from?
move on? Can you accept that you were clearly mistaken on that?
Yeah, perhaps I was mistaken, yeah.
Okay, now let's move on. Okay, so the Arabs are ancient and they are
Yeah,
seen
seems
as the
like they're
birth.
mentioned
Okay,
here.
now keep reading this very passage. This passage will prove my point to you that Ishmael was in Arabia. Keep reading this passage. I will prove to you that this prophecy clearly refers to Muhammad. Not only this, even Deuteronomy 33:2 and Isaiah 42, the entire chapter is talking about Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But those,
Okay,
I mean, if we're
prophecy
spending so much
against-
time on this,
This is a prophecy against the Arabs.
okay,
A prophecy against Arabia.
yes.
Your
And what's
car-
the prophecy?
You caravans of Dedanites who camped in the thickets of Arabia, bring water for the thirsty. You who live in Tamar, bring food for the fugitives. They flee from the sword, from the drawn sword, from the bent bow, and from the heat of battle. I think what it's saying is that,
Keep going, keep going.
Yeah.
I want to lead to a point.
okay, this is what the Lord, but let's just clarify what this is saying so far, right? So
No, we're not
saying that-
discussing that prophecy yet. That's a
you-
prophecy for Islam, by the way, but we'll continue. We'll talk about it
Okay.
another time.
Right, so
I'm trying to lead to a point.
This
Yeah.
is what the Lord says to me. Within 1 year, as a servant bound by contract would count it, all the splendor of Kedar will come to an end.
Okay.
Kedar, that's Petra.
No,
the
that's
survivors
not
of the
Petra.
ark-
Wait.
Yeah, it is. When you click on it, it talks about the cleft of the rocks. That's clearly Petra.
Okay. Now, I mean, are you sure you want to go into that?
Yeah,
Because we're going to spend another half an hour, and then we're going to come around half an hour later, and you're going to say, you know what, you were right.
You get one point right. You get 1 point
No,
right,
I
and
don't.
I humbly admit it. And
no,
you think
no,
that,
no.
that every point is right.
Petra was built by Nabateans. Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
And who were the Nabateans?
Let's have a look. Kedar. The word
No,
Kedar.
wait.
So the
Are
word-
you aware that Petra was built by Nabateans?
Look, I'm not sure. No,
I
I'm
am.
not sure.
I am.
I can't.
I
Yeah,
am.
you have to give me a source
Okay.
for it.
Okay.
Go on. What's your point? Let's just go. Let you make your point.
If we stick to our points, then
Let's
we
stick
can
to
make
it.
some progress.
Okay, let's stick to it.
Kedar is in Arabia. Do you agree? According to the book of
Yeah, it
Isaiah.
seems to be on the face value of this passage that it's talking about Kedar in Arabia.
Seems to be. Are you sure? Seems to be. You just said seems to
Yeah,
be.
well, it mentions Kedar, but it doesn't tell us where Kedar is, right? So I'd
Well,
have
it's
to
a
look
prophecy
into that.
about Arabia.
Yeah, but we're not told exactly
Why?
where
No.
Arabia
Why is the Bible talking about Kedar in Arabia?
Well, it's talking about them being judged.
Okay. And where are they? According to this particular passage,
So-
where do you think Kedar is?
So Kedar seems to be in Arabia.
Okay, that's good. Who is Kedar now? Do you know who Kedar is?
It's the Ishmaelites, yeah.
No. Who is he?
Kedar himself. Oh,
Yes.
look, I'm not familiar with that. You have
Okay,
to tell me.
let's go to Genesis 25:13. Let's go.
So you're going to go by the name of a city.
No.
in Isaiah
Don't jump the
on
gun, please.
someone
Just
in
help
Genesis.
me so that we can finish this very quickly. Okay, Genesis 25:13.
Genesis 25.
I'll tell you who Kedar is.
Are these the sons of Abraham, right? Okay, which
These are the sons of Ishmael.
verse? Oh, okay, right. That's good.
Okay.
What verse is that?
13, there, in front of you. There, yes.
Okay, so they're Arabia, right?
No.
Yeah, these are the names of the sons of Ishmael. You're saying that.
And what are the names?
Okay, and probably Kedar. That's probably. what
No,
it is.
come on. Can you read the verses just
All
like
right,
you
I'll
were
read
reading
it.
at your for
Okay,
yourself?
These
Yeah.
are the names of the sons of Ishmael listed in the order of their birth. Honestly, you want to pronounce them?
Nabajoth, number 1. Kedar, then
Where's
Adbil.
Kedar? Sorry.
Kedar is there, number
there,
2.
yeah,
number
yeah.
2. Okay,
Yeah.
and there are many more. Okay,
Yeah.
12 sons.
That was my
Okay,
point,
now, Kedar is in Arabia. We've already established
Yeah,
that.
it seems to be a city in Arabia.
And he is the second son of Ismail.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, so where do you think Ismail was?
In Arabia.
Thank you. That's my
but-
point. Okay,
but
okay.
how
Now,
do we know
now,
that
now,
Muhammad
now,
was
now.
descended from
Okay, okay. Now.